In this module, we are going to talk about a few other functions of math, which are sum product and power. So sum product is basically nothing but product of two arrays and their summation. Now if you look at this invoice here, I have certain items, quantity and the rate, and I want to find out the total bill. So how do I actually normally do would be, so I'll first go here in this cell and says total, right? And then here I'll say is equal to this into the rate, and then I drag this, and at the end I'll do the auto sum and find out the sum total. So the total bill is 3100. So that is one way of doing it. The other way of doing it, without this total, we can directly get the total bill by which just quantity and rate mentioned. Now to do that, we require a function called sum product. Now sum product takes two arrays. Like for example, if I select this quantity and this rate of equal size, if there are three components here, there are three components here. Then what it does, it multiplies. First it multiplies, so 50 into 10, 70 into 20, 40 into 30. And whatever results it gets, it adds them up and then displays it. So that is what sum product will do. Returns the sum of product of corresponding array. These two cells or the range are considered or called as an array. So you can replace this array with a range, corresponding range. So it first multiply implicitly. All these happens implicitly. So this function is inbuilt to do all this work implicitly, right? So I don't need to do and create a new column and then find the total and then do the grand total. I can get the grand total directly by using sum product, and then I'll select this quantity, and in the second I'll select this and I'll close. What it'll do, it'll multiply these two corresponding. So each row it will pick up, multiply, and then multiply this, add it up, then multiplies, then add it the remaining, and the output will it show. So it will show me 3100, and if you remember, we got 3100 here as well. So this is how sum product works. It relieves us from some extra work to be done by multiplying and then adding at one go. That is why the name sum and product. The other function which is very, very handy is like the power. Any number raised to a particular power. For example, 5 raised to the power of 2, which means what? 5 into 5. 3 raised to the power of 3, which means 3 into 3 into 3. 2 raised to the power of 5, which means 2 into 2 into 2, 5 times. Minus 10 raised to the power of 2, which means minus 10 multiplied 2 times. So let's see how we will do this. So 5 raised to the power of 2 is 25, right? So I'll say power, this number, and the power to which I want to raise that number, 2. So not 2, I'll select this. So this is 25. 5 into 5, 25. Now I'll drag this and copy it to see what is the result. 27, so 3 into 3 into 3, 3 is a 9, 9, 3 are 27. Similarly, 2 into 2, 4, 4 into 2, 8, 8 into 6, 16, 16 into 32. And then minus 10 into minus 10, 100. If I say raise it to the power 3, what will happen? Minus 10 into minus 10, 100. 100 into minus 10, minus 1000. Right? So this way, the power function works. Now, let me give you a practical example of how it will work. Is to find out the radius or the circumference and area of the circle. Okay. Now, this is the radius of circle in meters. I want to find out the circumference. Now, what is the formula for circumference is? It is 2 pi r. Right? That's the, so pi is like 3.14. So you can say 2 into 3.14 into r, which is the radius. And here the area is pi, that is 3.14 into r, which is r square, pi r square. Okay, so that's the area of the circle. Let's find out how will we do this part. So this is quite simple. So first of all, we need to know pi. Pi is already there in your Excel. So if you say is equal to pi is already a function which returns a pi. So pi is a function which returns me the number pi. So I don't need to put that number. What I can do here is I can say is equal to 2 into pi function into this. So this is my circumference. So if I want, I can remove the decimal places. I can just drag it down and move this to 2 decimal places. Right? Area, how will we do it? So to do that, we need to do is equal to pi, of course, function into, right, power 1 raised to the power of 2. So it's r square, right? So r to the power 2. So this we can again do it. So 3.14. Then we just drag this and we'll say we want it to 2 decimal places. So that's my area. So here what we have done, we use pi function into power of 2.5 to the raised 2. That means 2.5 into 2.5. That was the definition of power is. So sum total, sum product, power, these are the functions we covered in this module.